Alrighty, hello, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. There you go. I don't know, do we want some like chill music in the background when we do this, or? I've never just read stuff. I do talking in video games, and the silence is usually filled in with other things, so I don't know. I also wonder if I should wait until Leech is here, or... So anyway, this, let me refresh here. This apparently is a horrible fan fiction. I don't know. I was reading this page. So it says My Immortal by Midnight Essence, but then Midnight Essence writes, they did not write this. It was published on the site 5 years ago and then removed. There are probably other copies of the fan fiction as well as other sites, but I thought, I'd post it anyway. Those who remember My Immortal well should also remember the first few chapters, 1 through 15, were co-written with Raven, hence they were spelt better, etc. But don't worry, the Raven leaves in chapter 16, which is where her character Willow gets expelled from Hogwarts. However, she seems to return. The copy on here, I'm pretty sure, is the 100% original version of My Immortal with no edits at all outside those by Raven, which were in the original. This version will include the Hacker chapter 39 and the original chapter 39 and the possibly fake My Immortal 2 if I can find it. 39 chapters. I'm not reading this whole thing. I mean, unless y'all really, really like it and you engage with me, I'm not reading that much. Right now, there's no. Anyway, this version will include the Hacker. Yeah, I already read that. I will also include links to the My Immortal movie and other sites where you can read more at the end. I'm sorry, there's a movie? Fangs you. Okay. So the return of My Immortal. Excerpt from Encyclopedia Dramatica. Is that a thing? I mean, it's got to be a thing. It says it right there. My Immortal is the most famous, notoriously bad fan fiction ever written, based very loosely in the Harry Potter universe and featuring the blatant Mary Sue protagonist Ebony, or oftentimes Enemy, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. It reads like a detailed list of everything a fanfic author could ever possibly do wrong, only taken to exaggerated, horrifying extremes. Written by supertard Tara Gillespie, My Immortal was originally posted to sometime in 2006, but was subsequently deleted by the staff after causing a severe drop in the site's collective IQ. Fabulous. In fact, the fanfic is so unbelievably bad that many refuse to accept that it's real, insisting that Tara was only trolling and that the story is really a parody. Regardless of the author's intent, My Immortal remains one of the most cringe-worthy, unintentionally hilarious, so bad it's good pieces of literature the internets have ever shat out. Okay. I don't know. This was a request by Leech, and Leech isn't here. So I don't know if I even want to read this now. She might be zonked out. She had surgery. She might be sleeping or resting her eyes or something. You never know. All right. Let me check something quick here. All right. Well, I'll start reading. I'll see how I feel about it. But I can tell you right now, if there is little to no engagement in chat while I am reading this, I will not last very long. So if you're lurking and you are being entertained, say something, please. Hello, Atanshi. Welcome in. So with that, let's see how horrible this is. Chapters 1 and 2. Okay. Wait, 1 and 2. It's only like one page. Well, it probably goes to the next page. All right, I'm just gonna read it. I don't do these. I don't read. So if I suck, apologies. Chapter 1. What does AN stand for? You're between naps, but you made it. There's Leech. Okay. What is AN? This might be your intro. I don't know what AN. What does that mean? Special fangs. Get it? Because I'm gothic. Gothic with an F. To my GF, ew, not in that way. Raven, Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the story and spelling. You rock. Justin, you're the love of my depressing life, I'm guessing. You rock too. MCR rock. Was that like an author note? AN is author notes. Got it. You're watching some K-pop performances. Backup dancers have masks on, like standard ones or grocery shopping. Oh, wow. And author's note. I figured it out. Hi, my name is Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. Wow. And I have long ebony black hair. That's how I got my name. With purple streaks and red tips that reaches my mid-back and icy blue eyes like limpid tears. And a lot of people tell me I look like Amy Lee. Author's note. If you don't know who she is, get the hell out of here. I'd have to see a picture. Does that mean I have to get the hell out of here? Because I don't know if I know who Amy Lee is. I'm not related to Gerard Way, but I wish I was because he's a major fucking hottie. Gerard Way? Is that somebody? Whatever. I don't know who that is either. I'm a vampire, but my teeth are straight and white. I have pale white skin. I'm also a witch. There's a lot of periods there. And I go to a magic school called Hogwarts in England, where I'm in the 7th year. I'm 17. I'm glad you put that in parentheses. I'm a goth, well, more parentheses, in case you couldn't tell, and I wear mostly black. This is cringeworthy bad. I love Hot Topic, and I buy all my clothes from there. For example, today, oh my goodness. It's so hard to read because I'm wanting to correct it, but then I want to read it as it is. For example, today I was wearing a black corset with matching lace around it and a black leather miniskirt, pink fishnets, and black combat boots. Okay, styling. I was wearing black lipstick, white foundation. Why do you need white foundation? You're already pale. Black eyeliner and red eyeshadow. I'm trying to get a visual. That's a lot. I was walking outside Hogwarts, as one does. It was snowing and raining. Snowing and raining, so there's no sun. Can you snow and rain at the same time? If it's cold enough for it to be snow, it's usually snow and sleeting. Okay, I'm fine. Which I was very happy about. A lot of preps stared at me. I put up my middle finger at them. I put up my middle finger at them. You mean you flipped them off? Whatever. Hey, Ebony, shouted a voice. I looked up. It was Draco Malfoy. It's Draco, I guess, right? What's up, Draco? I asked. Nothing. He said shyly. So it's like Twilight weather. But then I heard my friends call me and I had to go away. Really? You just had to go away immediately? It rains, but it's super cool. It hits the surface and then it freezes. Okay. It's like Washington State weather. Author's note. Is it good? Please tell me, Fangs. It's not. It's really not. All right. Oh, that was chapter 1. This was chapter 1. Okay. Cool. I'm not as scared about there being 40 chapters now, if that's how long a chapter is. Author note, Fangs to Bloody Tears 666 for helping me with the chapter. By the way, prep, stop flaming my story. Okay. So was this like originally written one chapter at a time and that's why these are here? Or was the whole thing released like this? I don't know. All right, so the next day I woke up in my bedroom. It was snowing and raining again, of course. Wait until they realize romance novels are about 5,000 words a chapter, right? I opened the door of my coffin and drank some blood from a bottle I had. Sure. Like cold blood? Don't you have to heat it or something? My coffin was black ebony, and inside it was hot pink velvet with black lace on the ends. So like the outfit you're wearing. I got out my coffin and I took off my giant MCR t-shirt, which I used for pajamas. Instead, I put on a black leather dress. That's probably not comfortable. A pentagram necklace, as one does. Combat boots, of course, and black fishnets on. I put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears. Well, I'd hope they're pierced. Otherwise, that'd be kind of painful. There's 75% into one written for a horse to eat someone's bonnet. There you go. Where was I? Put on 4 pairs of earrings in my pierced ears, and I put my hair in kind of messy bun. Not kind of a messy bun, just in a kind of messy bun. Okay, that's fine. My friend Willow, author's note, Raven disses you. Okay. Woke up and then grinned at me. She flipped her long waist-length raven black hair with pink streaks, lots of black and pink, and opened her forest green eyes. She put on her Marilyn Manson t-shirt with the black mini fishnets, of course, and pointy high-heeled boots. We put on our makeup, black lipstick, white foundation, black eyeliner. Really picked a rock here. Yeah, apparently Leech said this is one of the most notoriously bad fan fictions ever. I don't know anything about anything when it comes to reading stuff. OMFG, I saw you talking to Draco. Is it Draco? I think it's Draco. Draco Malfoy yesterday. I think that's how you pronounce his name. She said excitedly, ask the Sonic fandom. Oh, goodness. Yeah, so I said, blushing. Do you like Draco? She asked as we went out of the Slytherin common room and into the Great Hall. No, I so fucking don't, I shouted. Really? You don't? Okay. So the book's over. She doesn't like him. It's also older. Yeah, right, she exclaimed. Just then, Draco walked up to me. Hi, he said. Hi, I replied flirtily. Flirtily. So she was like, hi, I guess. I don't know. How do you flirtily? Flirtily. Is that a real word? Guess what? He said. What? I asked. Well, Good Charlotte are having a concert in Hogsmeade, he told me. Oh my fucking God, because that's how the punctuation was. I screamed with no exclamation mark. I love GC. They are my favorite band besides MCR. Well, do you want to go with me? He asked. I gasped. That was the end of chapter 2? I guess so. Sweet. Chapter 2 completed. Chapter 3. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is going on here? Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Let me click on that. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. Oh my Iron with all the boys. Okay. Chapter 3. Author's note. Stop flaming the story. Prep's okay. Otherwise, thanks to the Gothic people for the good reviews. Thanks again. This is a horror game, right? My censor bleep button's not working, so I can't even have fun with my censor bleep. Why is that not working? I need more Yander. By the way, I don't own this or the lyrics for Good DroLLBuLLeT. On the night of the concert, I put on my black lace-up boots with high heels. Can't you just say your boots? We get it. There's lots of lace and they're high. Underneath them were ripped red fishnets, naturally. Then I put on a black leather mini dress, of course, with all this corset stuff on the back and front. I put on matching fishnet on my arms, so also ripped red. I straightened my hair and made it look all spiky. So it's straight but spiky. Okay. Felt a little depressed then, so I slit one of my wrists. I'm feeling a little bit mildly depressed. Slice. Even as a vampire, that's a bit dramatic. I read a depressing book while I waited for it to stop bleeding, and I listened to some GC. I painted my nails black and put on tons of black eyeliner. Oh my goodness. Then I put on some black lipstick. I didn't put on foundation because I was pale anyway. Thank you. That is what I was saying. I drank some human blood, so I was ready to go to the concert. Well, yeah, you don't want to, go half empty. Yeah, just casually self-harming during my morning routine. I went outside. Draco was waiting there in front of his flying car. He was wearing a simple Plan t-shirt. They would play at the show too. Baggy black skater pants, black nail polish, and a little eyeliner. Author's note, a lot faux cool boys were it okay. A lot of cool boys wear it okay. Got it. It's not on brand. Hi, Draco, I said in a depressed voice. Why is there an exclamation mark there then? Hi, Draco. I don't know. Hi, Ebony, he said back. We walked into his flying black Mercedes-Benz, of course. The license plate said 666, and it flew to the place with the concert. Is that how transportation works? On the way, we listened excitedly to Good Charlotte and Marilyn Manson. We both smoked cigarettes and drugs. We smoked some drugs that I couldn't elaborate on. Just cigarettes and drugs. When we got there, we both hopped out of the car. We went to the mosh pit at the front of the stage and jumped up and down as we listened to Good Charlotte. Naturally, that's what you do. You come in cold, you're covered in blood. They're also happy you have arrived. The doctor cuts your cord, hands you to your mom. She sets you free into this life, sang Joel. I don't own the lyrics to that song. Okay. Joel is so fucking hot, I said to Draco, pointing to him as he sung, filling the club with his amazing voice. Suddenly, Draco looked sad. What's wrong? I asked as we moshed to the music. Then I caught on. Hey, it's okay. I don't like him better than you, I said. Really? Asked Draco sensitively, and he put his arm around me, all protective. Of course. Really, I said. Besides, I don't even know Joel, and he's going out with Hillary fucking Duff. I fucking hate that little bitch, I said disgustingly, thinking of her ugly blonde face. Is her face blonde, or is her hair blonde? The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. I'm reading it wrong. The night went on really well, and I had a great time. So did Draco. There you go. Sorry. After the concert, we drank some beer and asked Benji and Joel. Benji? What? It's a fucking dog? And Joel for their autographs and photos with them. We got GC concert tees. Draco and I crawled back into the Mercedes-Benz. But Draco didn't go back into Hogwarts. Instead, he drove the car into the Forbidden Forest.
Why did you put that weapon together so quick?
Be home soon? All right. You can come read. You can come read this with me. We'll take turns. Chapter 4. Author's note. I said stup flamin' okay. Ebony's name is Enobi. Nut Mary okay. Oh, that's supposed to be shut up. Nut Mary, shut up. Okay. Draco is so in love with her dad. He is acting different. They knew each other before. Okay. Each other. Not each other. Each other. Did you know them from before? We knew each other a long time. Draco, I shouted. What the fuck do you think you were doing? Draco didn't answer, but he stopped the flying car and he walked out of it. I walked out of it too, curiously. What the fucking hell? I asked angrily. Ebony, he asked. What? I snapped. Draco leaned in extra close and I looked into his gothic red eyes. He was wearing color contacts. Oh. I'm glad you told me. Which revealed so much depressing sorrow and evilness. And then suddenly, I didn't feel mad anymore. Did you slit the other wrist? That made you feel better this morning. And then suddenly, just as I... Wait. And then suddenly, just as Draco kissed me passionately. Okay, that is how you read that sentence. Draco climbed on top of me, and we started to make out keenly against a tree. This one does. He took of my top, and I took of his clothes. I even took of my bra. Then he put his thingy into my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time. Oh, wow. He did his thingy and your you-know-what? Oh, snap. Oh. I screamed. I'm guessing those are supposed to be sex sounds. I was beginning to get an orgasm, just beginning though, and then you slit your wrist and it was over. No, we started to kiss everywhere and my pale body became all warm. And then, what the hell are you doing, motherfuckers? It was Dumbledore. Uh-oh. You're in troubles. Chapter 5. Author's note. This is riveting, exactly. Stop flaming. If you flam at men's, you're a prep or a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is because he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sex. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reviews. Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at it. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco, I'm not even going to correct it anymore. I'm just going to try to read it the wrong way. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall. You can spell McGonagall, but you can't spell whatever. Who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse in the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. That's actually a solid sentence. Good for you. How dare you? Demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, because I love her. Yeah. Sure. Bet you loved putting your thingy into her, you know what. Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, fine, very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut, black, floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels, as one does. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing, I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight and he reluctantly went back into his room. He's like, can I do my thingy again? Chapter 6, author's note. Shijip up prips, okay? P.S. I would not update until you give me good reviews. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black mini skirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. Remember, she's goth, in case you're confused here. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. Gasp. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. I thought she'd go for the purple blood. I'm glad she went with the red blood. Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard! I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face and he was wearing black lipstick. What? He didn't have glasses anymore and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. Oh, is this the Harry Potter? He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him. Kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. You could say it made you wet, but sure, whatever. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter. Yep, nope, sure enough. Although most people call me vampire these days, he grumbled. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. Wait, let's do this again. Really? Yeah. Is that roaring? We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him, as one does. Reposter's note. I also forgot to mention that you should read some of the commentaries people write here because they're hilarious. I don't know if I want to do that. Chapter 7, Bring Me to Life. Author's note. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. And by the way, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 good ones. Stole flaming or I'll report you. Ebony isn't a Marie Sue, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a satanist. I'm guessing that's supposed to be Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed for God's sake. Sure. So chapter 7. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist, hey, you spelled it right that time, sings on my nails in red pale polish. Author note, see, does that sound like a Marusu to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then we started Frenching passively. I think she meant passionately. We started Frenching very passively. We were both bored. And took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. He felt me up before I took of my top. There's never going to be off, is there? Then I took, oh, there it is. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. Wow, you do know how to spell off. We went on the bed and started making out naked and then put his boy's thingy in mine and your boy thingy. He put his boy thingy and your boy thingy. And we had sex. See, is that stupid? You don't want me to answer that. Oh, Draco. Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, as one does, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, vampire. I was so angry. You bastard, I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. You're vampires. You don't have to worry about that. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. What the hell? Why was he a bastard? I thought they were going to say it was secretly Harry Potter looking like Draco or something, but now I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, Vampire Potter, you motherfucker, I yelled. Wait, now she is talking about him? I'm so confused. Chapter 8, author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, dip prep. I don't know what that means. What's flassing? Stop flassing. Stop. I don't know what that means. Maybe flapping? Does she think people are getting off to this? I don't know. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. Ebony, it's not what you think, Draco screamed sadly. My friend Bloody Mary Smith smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. Everybody's got contacts. She had pale white skin, that she was wearing white makeup on, of course. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. What? Her real parents are vampires and one of them... Wait, this is Hermione? I thought you said her name was Bloody Mary Smith. I'm so confused. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. Sure. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. So Her name is Bloody Mary Smith, but originally was Hermione Granger. Okay. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? It's her goth name. Got it. Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco. I shouted at him. Oh, that's why she was mad. Draco and Harry Potter slept together. Okay. Now I'm caught up. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. Of course. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. Chapter 9. Okay. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears besudes. I said he had a headache. And the Russian Snap doesn't lick Harry now is cause he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. I'm reading it and I don't even know what that said. Okay, I was mad and sad. I'm waiting for her to just start slitting wrists again. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Naturally, the circle of feelings. Then all of a sudden, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose. Did I mention he didn't have a nose? I'm adding that part because she said it so many times already. Basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. Dun, dun, dun. No, I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. What? Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Yeah? Voldemort fell of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Sure. Why not? Ebony, he yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire in his sexa eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. I remember that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? No, Voldemort, I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. What? No, please, I begged. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude you're so retarded look on his face. Wow, nice. I hath telekinesis, he answered. You spelled telekinesis correctly, but hath. Oh, maybe that was on purpose. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly. And if you doth not kill, there you go. If you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. Sure. I was so scared and mad, I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation. Jesus. How many times I got to hear about this white foundation? He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram, get it, between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together, making out. Really? How does that? You're just like, while you're walking? It's a little casual make out while you're walking. No worries. Chapters 10. Author's note. Stop it, you gay fags. If you do not lick my story, then fuck off. P.S. It turns out Bloody Mary isn't a muggle effort all and and she and Vampire are evil. That's why they moved houses, okay? Wow. Colorful language. All right, chapter 10. I was really scared about Voldemort. It's hard not to read it the way it's supposed to be. I was even upset, went to rehearsals with my gothic metal band Bloody Gothic Rose 666. You know, if she hadn't told me it was a gothic metal band, I wouldn't have known based on the name Bloody Gothic Rose 666. I am the lead singer of it and I play guitar, sure. People say that we sound like a cross between GC, Slipknot, and MCR. Naturally. The other people in the band are Bloody Mary, Vampire, Draco, Ron, although we call him Diabolo now. Yeah, and Miss J. Miss J's here all the time. Hi, Miss J. We're reading really bad fan fiction. He has black hair now with blue streaks in it and Hargrid. Only today, Draco and Vampire were depressed, so they weren't coming, and we wrote songs instead. I knew Draco was probably slitting his wrists. He wouldn't die because he was a vampire too, and the only way you can kill a vampire is with a CROSS. I don't know why we're spelling it out. There's no way I'm writing that. Or a steak. Like the meat, not the wooden sharpened kind. Like I like to kill my vampires with a nice ribeye, cooked, medium rare, lightly seasoned on both sides. And Vampire was probably watching a depressing movie like The Corpse Bride. Is Corpse Bride depressing? Yeah, this is a really bad fan fiction. I put on it's like a Harry Potter Twilight mix. I put on a black leather shirt that showed off my boobs and tiny matching mini skirt that said simple plan on the butt. You might think I'm a slut, but I'm really not. And if you have to say that, you're definitely not a slut, obviously. I mean, you're like, yeah. Anyway, we were singing a cover of Helena, or Helena, I'm not sure which. And at the end of the song, I suddenly bust into tears. Ebony, are you okay? Bloody Mary asked, which is Hermione. Asked in a concerted voice. Not concerned, concerted. Yes, and streak, yeah. What the fuck do you think? I asked angrily. And then I said, well, Voldemort came and the fucking bastard told me to fucking kill Harry. But I don't want to kill him because he's really nice. Even if he did go out with Draco. But if I don't kill Harry, then Voldemort will fucking kill Draco. I burst into tears. Suddenly, Draco jumped out from behind a wall. Why didn't you fucking tell me? He shouted. How could you fucking poser muggle bitch? See, is that out of character? Yeah, I'm sure. I started to cry and cry. Draco started to cry too, all sensitive. Yeah, little bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Then he ran out crying. Oh my goodness. We practiced for one more hour because why chase after your crying friend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. We practiced for one more hour, and then suddenly Dumbledore walked in angrily. His eyes were all fiery, and I knew this time it wasn't because he had a headache. No? What have you done? He started to cry wisely. See, that's basically nut swearing, and this time he was really upset, and you will see why. Ooh, spoilers. Ebony Draco has been found in his room. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists. Dun dun bum. I thought he couldn't die because he's a vampire. Anyway, chapter 11. Author's note. I said stop flaming up prep. See if this chapter is stupid. It deals with research issues. Speak for yourself if it's deep. Thanks to my friend Raven for helping me. Oh, there's supposed to be like a period here. Thanks to my friend. Whatever. Anyway, chapter 11. No, I screamed. I was horrified. Bloody Mary tried to comfort me, but I told her fuck off, and I ran to my room crying myself. This is wild. Dumbledore chased after me, shouting, But he had to stop when I went into my room because he would look like a perv that way. Yeah, that's right. Can't follow girls into their rooms. Anyway, I started crying tears of blood, and then I slit both my wrists. Yeah. It got all over my clothes, so I took them off and jumped into the bath angrily while I put on a Linkin Park song at full volume. I grabbed a steak and almost stuck it into my heart. Oh, was it a ribeye, New York strip? To commit suicide. I was so fucking depressed. I got out of the bathtub and put on a black low-cut dress with lace all over it. Sadly. Is that supposed to be sadly? I slit both my wrists and almost killed myself, but let me go ahead and get out and put on this low-cut dress with lace. I put on some black high heels with pink metal stuff on the ends and 6 pairs of skull earrings. I couldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, I can't believe you're wearing that either. Then I looked out the window and screamed. Snap was spying on me, and he was taking a videotape of me, and Lupin was masticating to it. They were sitting on their broomsticks. I think the word you were looking for there was masturbating, but that's fine. You fucking pervs. Stop looking at me naked. Are you pedos or what? I mean, they're boys around your age looking at you naked. That what? And okay. I screamed, putting on a black towel with a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. Oh my god. Suddenly, Vampire ran in. Abracadabra, he yelled at Snape and Lupin, pointing his womb. Is that supposed to be wand? I took my gun and shot Snape and Lupin. Oh, it was Snape. Oh, so they were adults. So that's why they're saying, are you pedos? Got it. I'm caught up now. How I ended up in this rabbit hole. Leech had LASIK and she wasn't sure how much she was going to be looking at screens. So I said we could do like an audio stream so she wouldn't have to look at screens. And then she suggested this. So that's how this happened. She said I could stop anytime, though. But this is pretty hilarious. Let's see. Pointing his womb. That's right. I took my gun, shot Snape and Lupin a gazillion times, and they both started screaming, and the camera broke. Suddenly, Dumbledore ran in. Ebony, it has been revealed that someone has... No! He shouted, looking at Snape and Lupin, and then he waved his wand, and suddenly... Hagrid ran outside on his broom and said, everyone, we need to talk. Yeah, I'm not under duress. What do you know, Hagrid? You're just a little Hogwarts student. I may be a Hogwarts student, Hagrid paused angrily, but I am also a Satanist. This cannot be, Snap said in a crispy voice as blood dripped from his hand where Dumbledore's wand had shot him. There must be other factors. You don't have any, I yelled in madly. Lupin held up the camera triumphantly. The lens may be ruined, but the tape is still there. I felt faint, more than I normally do, like how it feels when you do not drink enough blood, or, after you slit both your wrists, but whatever. Why are you doing this? Lupin said angrily while he rubbed his dirty hands on his cloak. Is this supposed to be cloak or cock? I'm guessing cloak. And then, because she wouldn't say it earlier, she was saying thingy. And then I heard the words that I had heard before, but not from him. What? I did not know whether to feel shocked and happy or to bite him and drink his blood because I felt faint. Because, Hargid said, and he paused in the air dramatically. I don't know how to say that misspelled word. Waving his wand in the air. I know it's dramatically, but dramatically. Waving his wand in the air. Then swooped. That's why I'm screen sharing also, so you can see what I'm dealing with, because I know how to read for the most part. Then swooped he and singing to the tune of a gothic version of a song by 50 Cent. Because you're gothic. What? Snap asked in a little afraid voice because he was afraid it meant he was connected with Satan. Because I love her. Who loves who? Hargid loves the main whatever. Okay, chapter 12. Trying to make something. Trying to make sense of nonsensical. Can't do it. Author's note. Stop FAing, okay? Hargrid is a pedo too. A lot of people in American schools are like that. I wanted to address the issue. How do you know, Snap? I ain't Christian. Plus, Hargrid isn't really in love with Ebony. That was Cedric, okay? That really cleared it up. I appreciate it. I was about to slit my wrists again with the silver knife that Drago, whatever, given me in case anything happened to him. He had told me to use it valiantly against an enemy, but I knew that we must both go together. Yeah, sounds like it's getting rest. No, I thought it was hair grid. No, I thought it was hair grid. But it was vampire. He started to scream, OMFG! No, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. I stopped. How did you know? I saw it, and my scar turned back into the lightning bolt. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always cover it up with foundation, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and it turned back into the lightning bolt. Save me. Then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco. Voldemort has him bondage. Yeah? Voldemort? Anyway, I was in the school nurse's office now, recovering from my slit wrists. Yeah, as one does. Snap and Lupin and Hagrid were there too. Whatever. They were going to St. Mango's after they recovered because they were pedophiles. And you can't have those fucking pervs teaching in the school with lots of hot girls. I feel like I need to put like hick voice on this sentence. Dumbledore had constipated the studio camera they took of me naked. I thought they did not slit the wrist. No, they did, but she's a vampire, so it doesn't kill her. It's fine. She's that's like the third time she slit her wrists. I don't know how they ended up in the nurse's office. I'm just reading. I put up my middle finger at them. Anyway, Hagrid came into my hospital bed holding a bouquet of pink roses. Innaby, I need to tell you something, he said in a serious voice, giving me the roses. Fuck off, I told him. You know I fucking hate the color pink anyway, and I don't like fucked up preps like you, I snapped. Hagrid had been mean to me before for being gothic. Gothic. No, Innaby, Hagrid says. Those are not roses. What, are they goths to you, poser prep? I asked because I was angry that he had brought me pink roses. Oh my goodness. I saved your life, he yelled angrily. No, you didn't, I replied. You saved me from getting a Paris Hilton pee video made from your shower scene and being viewed by Snap and Lupin, who masturbated. That one's a little closer. See, is that spelled wrong? Yes. Yes, it is. To it, he added silently. Whatever, I yelled angrily, because she's a girl and she's angry, so angrily. Not angrily, but angrily. If it was a woman, it would be womanly. If it was a man, manly. I mean, it's very obvious why they spelled it that way. He pointed his wand at the pink roses. These aren't roses. He suddenly looked at them with an evil look in his eye and muttered, well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say. That's not a spell. That's an MCR song. I corrected him wisely. I know. I was just warming up my vocal cords. Then he screamed, Petulis Marengo me crimquisili Ramasio. For all you cool gothic MCR fans out there, that is a tribute, especially for Raven, I love you, girl. I am Imo Noto Akayo. I like how they just put that in the middle. And then the roses turned into a huge black flame floating in the middle of the air, and it was black. The huge black flame was black? Gasp. Now I knew he wasn't a prep. Okay, I believe you now. Where the fuck is Draco? Hairgrid rolled his eyes. I looked into the balls of flame, but I could see nothing. You see, Anabi? Dumbledore said, watching the two of us watching the flame, to see what is in the flames. Ha, you flames, get it? You must find yourself first, okay? So to see what is inside the flames, you have to find yourself first, is basically what they're saying. I have found myself, okay, you mean old man, Hagrid yelled. Dumbledore looked shocked, and I guess he didn't have a headache or else he would have said something back. Hagrid stormed off back into his bed. You are a liar, Prof. Dumbledore. Anyway, when I got better, from the whole slit wrist situation, I got better when I went upstairs and put on black leather mini dress that was all ripped on the ends with lace on it. Yeah, if it's not black leather and lace, I don't even know what you're doing with yourself anymore. There was some corset stuff on the front. Oh yeah, and the corset stuff. Then I put on black fishnets and black high-heeled boots with pictures of Billy Joe Armstrong on them. I put my hair all out around me so I looked like Samara from The Ring. If you don't know who she is, you're a prep, so fuck off. I actually do know who that is. And I put on blood red lipstick, black eyeliner, and black lip gloss. You look kawaii, girl, Bloody Mary said, sadly. Fangs, get it? You do too. I said sadly too, but I was still upset. I slit both of my wrists, feeling totally depressed, and I sucked all the blood. I cried again in my bathroom. Wait, did she just do it again, or was she reflecting on the fact that she did it? I have no idea. That could be the fourth time now. I cried again in my bathroom and put the shades on so Snap and Lupin couldn't spy on me this time. I went to some classes. Vampire was in the hair of magic creatures. Yeah, I think she just did it again. He looked all depressed because Draco had disappeared and he had used to be in love with Draco. He was sucking some blood from a Hufflepuff. Hi, he said in a depressed way. Oh, hi. He said in a depressed way. Hi back, I said in said way, equally. We both looked at each other for some time. Harry had beautiful red gothic eyes, so much like Draco's. Then we jumped on each other and started screwing each other. Where are they right now? Stop it now, you horny simpletons, shouted Professor McGonagall. Okay, so they are in the middle of class. I was trying to figure out what? Who was watching us, and so was everyone else. She gets all dressed up in black with her lace and stuff, and then she hurts herself. Exactly. There's a pattern of behavior here. Just then, he started to scream, OMFG, no, my scar hurts. And then his eyes rolled up. You could only see his red whites. If you wear red contacts and your eyes roll back into your head, wouldn't you still see the whites underneath and only part of the red contact? I'm just saying. No, I ran up closer. I thought you didn't have a scar anymore, I shouted. We already went over this. I do, but Diabolo changed it into a pentagram for me, and I always covered up with foundation. We already covered this, he said back. Anyway, my scar hurt, and then I had a vision of what was happening to Draco Voldemort has him. Bondage. I mean, there are worse things. Special fangs to Raven, my Gothic's blood, sister. What the fuck? Where the fuck you supposed to writ this? Hey, Raven, do you know where my sweater? So that's an author's note, I guess. Chapter 13. Yeah, exactly. We'd already heard that part. Author's note. Raven fangs. For gelping me a gin, I'm sorry a taught or poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Prep stop flam ginnig. That's really hard to read. Okay, Vampire, we got ads in a few minutes. I'll take a break when the ads come. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what... Oh, he is mad. He said darn. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note, don't you fick gay guys, you are like so hot. Wait, don't you fick gay guy? Oh, don't you think gay guys are so hot? I guess is what they're saying. I don't know. Anyway, it's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea. Like past tense, not current. He exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out just as we heard a croon voice say, "Allah Kadabra." It was Voldemort. Dum dum dum. Chapter 14. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and run the ads. We'll get back. Warning. Oh, warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viewer discretion advised. So that's a good time for a break. Warning, this chapter is going to be really scary. We'll be back in a few minutes. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, we are back for chapter 14. Did I read this part? No, I didn't. Author's note. Wait. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven Fangs for helping me again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed and I had to go to the hospital because I slipped my wrists. Oh, so they did it in real life too? Supposedly. I don't think any of this was real, but you never know. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God reviews. I feel like they change how they spell reviews every single time. Warning, some of the chapters extremely scray. Alright, we already gave you that warning. Alright, we ran to where Voldemort was. The name keeps changing. It turned out that Voldemort, yeah, wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. The fat guy. You know, the fat guy. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He looked at me and he fell down with the lovey-dovey look in his eyes. And why is there a dot in quotations? He said, in this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Huh? I asked. Enemy, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my BF, my boyfriend, and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you were so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. As one does. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got out on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There, I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. Aw, he's gonna console her. She's a vampire, so why not drink the blood after killing the guy, right? He had a sex pack. Get it? Because he's so sexy. And I really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Well, she's probably getting rammed. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here except for Bloody Mary? Because she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. Well, Snaketail's dead, so you don't have to worry about that. I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, Anna being a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away. I mean, it's not normal to... Whatever, it's fine. Okay, chapter 15. That was scary, man. Whew. Author's note. Stip flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from no on. Every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slip my wrists. Thanks to Raven for helping. That's not a good idea, especially when dealing with internet people. You would have no more places to slit on your wrists. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Ebony, she shouted Draco sadly. No, please, come back. But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Oh, it's time to go to class. Better go do that. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said Anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped in a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs, feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work, of course. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco. Like it turned to Draco or turned into Draco? Ebony, I love you. Okay, turned into Draco. He shouted sadly. How do you shout something sadly? Well, no, I mean, I guess I can see that. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of HR. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers that were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now. Oh, entwined with Draco's now. At them. Okay. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in A Cinderella Story. How long is this? We're like halfway there. Don't know if we're going to make it to the end. But after an hour and 12 minutes, we're halfway there. We're covered in black nail polish and we're entwined with... I already read that. Then we went away. Oh, no. Then we went away. I mean, I could stop. If y'all are ready to tap out. If you tap out before me, I win. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. Because that, that extra letter on the front would have made that so much longer. Chapter 60. I could speed read. Ooh, these chapters are a little bit longer. You know what? Sup up, okay? Prove to me your nut prips. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking you're supposed to writ this. Raven with the free bitch. She's supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany 5655 for Tekken Japanese. Okay. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. We saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena, I'm not sure which. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants, of course. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Volsamore and the Death Dealers. Dun dun dun. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR and you know how much I lick them. What, cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably. You mean fidgeted? Cause guys don't like to talk about what? Sex? I mean, I'm fine with it. Whatever. Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. I'm so confused. They were at a concert. They took off the mask as Voldemort and the Death Dealers, and then we're talking about not going to a concert. What? I don't know what's happening. OMFG, what the fuck? WTF, are you giving in to the mainstream? Yeah, I've given up. I asked, so I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enemy, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by GC to me. I was flattened because that's not the right word. That's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while and went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime Mashite, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. It serves that fucking bitch bikes right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Dust Nightmare before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. I don't even know what's going on. Kawaii, Bloody Mare shook her head, energetically, lethargically. Oh yeah, I'll have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. Oh yeah, by the way, I killed her, and then Lupin had sex with her corpse. Kawaii, I commented happily. Is that supposed to be like the kawaii? I don't know how you say that. I'm not slang. I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. What? We talked to each other like you whispered? Or you just like telekinesis? I don't know. Oh, hey, BTW. I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear, like, the hot set outfit, Eva. Bloody Mary nodded enigmatically. OMFG, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out of my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snaped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No. She laughed. Didn't they already? I thought they did. I don't know. I don't understand either. Was it like a premonition? Maybe it was a nightmare? I don't know. She laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms. Is that like a bro mom or what? OMFG, Dumbledore, I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, especially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out in a very low cut with a huge slit. That's such a natural sentence. Oh, my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks tautly hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I am gonna give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am, actually. How do you spell actually correctly, but not outfit? I looked back at him. Hey, but BTW, my name's Ebandi. Darkness, Dementia, Terra. Way, what's yours? Tom Ridd. Oh, Ridley. That's Voldemort. He said and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my boyfriend Draco, you sick perv. I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hagrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, MBD, you need ought to get back into the castle now. Oh my goodness. Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop filming Destrio. If you're a prep, then don't read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. Not homepage, homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fook oof. Peace video isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I promise to give you back your poster. Okay, sure. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Yeah, he's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you vajuckin' bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Yeah, bisexual? It's like bisexual, but misspelled. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you. Am I saying that right? I answered sadly because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red mini skirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy, there's no T in there, pointy, black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. Yeah, like big bobs, you know, like she was thin enough to be anorexic. That's not a compliment. So are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I didn't think she was happy about this earlier. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. Of course. He was wearing tons off makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel or Neville, whatever, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. Didn't we hear that story already? They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and went goth. He was in Slytherin now. Everybody's in Slytherin. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz. Get it? Because we're... I don't even know what you're trying to say there. That his dad, Lucian, gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. You didn't just smoke the drugs? Because that's what you did last time. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long, raven black hair. Oh my god, everybody has the same description. And piercing blue eyes. At least they're not red contacts. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. What does that even mean? We moshed to Helena and some odder songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. You know, he took a census. So did the other Mimbaz. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. Okay, this is... Didn't we get that already? Yeah, apparently it was originally removed for lowering the overall IQ of the website. This is somebody who posted it again. You moronic idiots, he shooted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. He's like the most powerful dark wizard in the world, and he's gonna knife you. Sure. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black bread. Guessing that's beard. I'm surprised there's even chapters, right? He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell. And Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Chapter 18. Like, I feel like they just put chapters randomly in between things. Author's note. I said stop flamin'. If you do, then you're fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock and you're nut a prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. The odor as in Dumbledore swore is cause he trend to be gothic, so dare. I have no idea what that. I don't know what that means. All right, I woke up the next day in my coffin. Hey, that's a good sentence. Yeah, you want some more Dumbledore? I say, you want to come read some of this? I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and black really low cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. Yeah. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull, because I'm gothic and like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Of course, there's lace on everything. Draco had a black MCR boom. We went back to our rooms and we had You Know What to a Linkin Park song. Oh, yeah. Nothing like You Know What to some Linkin Park. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall, where you grate cheese, apparently. All the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you fooled see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. Paint. Black pink paint Okay. I'm misreading it on purpose, but then I really didn't know what I was talking about, so I had to figure out. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, so posters, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys, of course. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Shralut t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood. Seriously, it's the same descriptions. Red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Naturally. Those guys are so fucking hot. Navel was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with the black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. Yeah, Dumbledore. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. So he murdered a bunny? I don't know. Dumbledore, !1, exclamation mark. We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. Like, is she shouting what the fuck, or is she shouting WTF? I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What jat do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table and Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, exclamation mark 1. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. As we went, I'm guessing. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Like Gerard? Lick Gerard. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis. Can you have a midlife crisis as a teenager that's undead? I don't think so. Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. Oh, this chapter has a name? Okay. Author's note. Please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a Fokin prep and you're jealous, okay? From knock on, I'm going to doubt your men reviews. BTW, Evand, a poor blood, so der, fangs to Raven for the help. I don't know anything anymore, right? This is rewriting everything we know. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to, the MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Honestly, I'm so used to reading everything misspelled or wrong worded that when I read a correct sentence, I'm a little confused. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? Oh, aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? Yeah, okay. No one fucking understands me, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe and Boulevard of Borkin Dreams. He was wearing, oh my goodness, black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. I'm guessing tie. Get it? Instead of tie, because I'm gothic. Oh, you misspelled that on purpose? Okay. I was wearing a black leather, low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini. Okay, that was there twice. Black high-held boots and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee and Gong under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Let's email her and ask. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. Bye, but he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. but it was too late. Missing an O. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my faces, like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. You took out a cigarette, but then you started to smoke pot? So you had like two? Or was it a cigaweed? Not sure what happened there. Suddenly, Hargrid came. He had apparaded. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. What the fuck do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? Really? Yeah, not again. You know who MCR are, I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that a lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. Author's note. I said, I did not care what you think. Stop flamming, okay, preps? Yeah, you want to read this shit? Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh, yeah, but I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. You want to read chapter 20?
Right.
All right. There you go. I have it set where you hear yourself. If you don't want to hear yourself, then just don't put these on. But
Okay.
I do that so I can hear myself. You're tagging in fakes.
All right. Where were we?
I honestly couldn't tell you. Let's see. Oh, chapter 20.
Okay.
Right there. There you go.
Holy shit.
Yep. Have fun.
Let's see if I can do this in a overly exaggerated, overly sexualized Severus Snape voice, kind of like this.
There you go.
Chapter 20. I said, I don't know what the fuck. Stop flaming, okay, perhaps? 1 thanks, 2 Raven for the help. Oh yeah, BT Dubs, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so don't expect updates.
You're being nice. I wasn't pronouncing them the right way. I was like, did not expect updates.
I don't even know if I can continue like that if I tried doing that. All day I wonder what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic combat boots. Oh, lovely, the combat boots.
Compact boots. See, if you read it for what it really is, it's pretty crazy.
MCR, we're going to the concert again, since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang You Venom. What the fuck? I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, okay, I hopped inside that it was Draco, so we could do it again. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it, hell? What? Actually, oh my goodness.
Yep.
Can I please borrow some condoms? Or some condoms? Yes, some condoms. He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuck her, he said, going away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eye shower, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Dobby. Oh my god, you luxurious idiot. I don't know. I know it doesn't say luxurious, but I'm going with it now. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love cringe guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is MOVD to Gryffindor now. Did you give him the most cursed chapter?
On purpose.
Okay. What the WTF is that? Why you wanted condoms? I asked sadistically. See, I spelled that. Only you wouldn't give them to me. Lumpkin shouted angrily. Who the fuck is Lumpkin? Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to DroLLBuLLeT. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run, but they chased me. But I threw my wound at them, and they tripped over it. That's pretty crazy. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was a vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck? Where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's been a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. The vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. That's a reference to The Doors. That movie with what's his name? Fucking Tommy Wiseau. It wasn't The Doors. It was something else. But anyways, yeah, that's a reference to that because there was supposed to be a vampire with flying cars and stuff in that movie.
This is a Harry Potter Twilight hybrid.
I figured, but that seems to me like an obvious reference. Yeah, the room. He showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to him.
His dog father?
The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi or Enobi or whatever on it.
Her name. I
gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his beautiful voice began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, I feel like this happened already. The problem is everybody's wearing black long boots, red fishnet, and drives a black car. It says 666 on it. So there's no telling.
Like a 5-year-old AI write this?
I don't know. Leech said this has been around for a while. And I think it's supposed to be cringy, but I don't know. And this even says published 2011, and it's older than that, so I don't know. Chapter 21. Author's note. Fuck you, okay? You fucking sucks. It's not me for if it's spelled wrong, okay? Cause that bitch Ravern, cause it fuck you preps. Whoops saws Raven Fangs for the help. Wait, whoops saws Raven Fangs for the help. I guess she helped after all. By the way, Transylvania rocks hard. I even get to go to castle where DroLLBuLLeT filmed. Flimed. Later, we all went in the skull. What? Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. What is a gothic voice?
Maybe it's this voice.
Is it this voice? Draco, are you okay? No. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch. There's no C there. He shouted angrily. He stated to run out of the place in a suicidal way. How do you run in a suicidal? Like, he's like slitting his wrist on the way out. I stated to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. Yes, crying instead of going after him was the logical choice there. It's okay, Annabee, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. Oh, yeah? You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. Author's note, if you're a homophone, then fuck off. Homophone. Not homophobe. Homophone. Sure. And then we heard some footsteps. Vampire got his black invincibility coke. We both got under it. Oh. I love invincibility cocaine. That's great. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris, there, like Chuck Norris, shouting angrily. No, it is angrily. Actually, I thought you spelled it wrong. With a flashlight in his hand. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisible cloak. Oh, now it's cloak. And started to meow loudly. Wait, oh, is that the cat? Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, preppy little poser son of a fucking bitch, Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. I'm guessing breath. Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard flick meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? Why is he sounding like Swedish now? He asked. Filth nodded, and then Vampire Frenched me. Okay, yeah, exactly, Jax. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak. What the? He yelled, but it was too late. You hate this too, don't you? It's okay.
It's a dog barking outside.
He yelled, but it was too late because now we were running away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting into tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Man, we need like a slit the wrist counter. That's happening a lot in this book. Or fan fiction, whatever you call it. Draco, I cried, are you okay? No, I slit my wrist, bitch. I guess, though, Draco wept. We went back to our coffins, Frenching each other. They like to make out while walking in this. They're like, oh, we went to class while Frenching. We went back to our coffins while Frenching. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't the depressing? On the gothic red bed together. Yeah, counter for the outfit, exactly. Every time black lace or 666 is mentioned, that'd be a drinking game. Oh my goodness. If you had to drink every time they mentioned the word goth or black, you'd be blackout drunk. All right. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. There was a knock on the door and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. What is that? Yeah, exactly. Just passed out. Chapter 22, author's note. Stifu! Shut the fuck up, preps. Stop flaming, okay? If you didn't like it, fucker, no, whatever. It's Raven's fault, okay? You suck. No, I was kidding, Raven. You fucking rock preps suck. Anyway, all day everyone talked about the misery of magic. That's a legit sentence. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black lacy leather pajamas. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo. I mean, does she know that's not how you spell Diablo, in case that's what they're going for? Draco, Dracula, and Willow. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. Oh my God, we're going to hear about everybody's outfit. Vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt and black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Gerard Way and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all of her cleavage with a white apron that said bitch and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it, kind of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, was there too. She was weaving a ripped gothic, I'm guessing wearing, black dress with ripped stuff all over it and lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out that Darkness, Diabolo, Crab, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrist with the razor. He had raped them and stuff before too, okay? They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. That's probably like Satanism, but different. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why the fuck are you all here? Enemy, something is really fucked up, Draco said. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's all right. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, all right, I said, smiling. I can't be mad at you, no. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. What? I will, he said. Three, erective. I don't know what word they mean there. Discreet? Whatever. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. They're like, come on, get up, let's go. Hold on, let me put on my black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. We all went outside the great hall and looked in from a window. Not a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hillary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Yeah, not a window. We looked in from a widow. Some, dead guy's wife was there, and we looked through her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudge was there shouting at Dumbledore. Doris Rumbridge was there, too. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. Stop. The Bark Lord? Rough. Not dark. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students. Jax, that's your cue. Oh, he's not here. Yelled Cornelia Fudge. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is dangerous. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily. But, as in ass, we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is, spelled incorrectly, Inani, Darkness, Dementia, Ravenway. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, Bloody Mary looked at each other, and I gasped. Chapter 23. Author's note. Dut the fuck up, bitches. You're just jealous because I got 10,000 reviews. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books. Gurlu, Rock, let's go shopping together. We'll totally do that.
Their spelling has been getting better, kind of.
Right. The author notes are always like horrible. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stomped out angrily. Then Dumbledum and Rumbridge sought us. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Are we not allowed to say fuck anymore? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Oops, she made a mistake. He corrupted her. What? She means hi. Everybody come in, as in ejaculate. Well, you know what? We should just read it based on the definition of the word they incorrectly used. She means hi, everybody ejaculated in. Well, we all came in angrily. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco and opposite Bloody Mary. Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. They both looked exactly like Vil Volo. No idea who that is. I ate, like 6, 7, 8, some Count Chocula and drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard, like herding cattle, someone shooting angrily. I looked behind me. It was Vampire, who's Harry Potter, by the way. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Gasp. Vampire, Draco, WTF? I asked. You fucking bustard. Not bastard. Yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her. No, thank you. No, I do, shouted. You didn't put the other person's name there. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker. She laves me, not you, shouted Vampire. I lave you too. And then he jumped on Draco. No, not in that way, you perv. They started to fight and beat up each other. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose and was wearing a gray robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. It didn't shatter. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. It's Voldemort. How many different ways are they going to misspell that? Bobby, Ebony, Darth Vader said evilly in his raspy voice, Thou have failed your mission. Now I shall kill thou, and shall kill Vampire as well. If that does not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Please don't make me kill him, please, I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him or I shall kill him anyway. Then he flew away cackling. Why didn't he just do it? I bust into tears. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. You know, bent her up like a pretzel and had their way with her. Suddenly, my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lightning flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. No! I screamed sexily. No. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, are you all right? Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's all right, Ebony, said Vampire, all sensitive. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in the Ring 2? It's okay, girl, said Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we went. Chapter 24. Author's note. Prep, stop flipping the story. You're just jealous, so fuck you, okay? Go to hell, 1-1. Raven, figs, for the help. Okay. Thanks, Raven. Appreciate it. Well, we had deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trevorley about the visions. Konnichiwa, everybody. Come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. She smelled at me with her gothic black lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair with blood red tips and red eyes. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, half H-A-F. So she speaks it in everything. She and Bloody Mary get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today, she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and a long gothic black ribbed dress. We went inside the black classroom, oh my goodness, with pastors of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. Raised, gotcha. I was wearing some black nail polish with red pentagrams on it. Nail polish, got it. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know what HT was gave me weird looks. I gave them the middle finger. Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? She asked. Okay, I said. Okay, class, fucking dismissed, everyone. Professor Trevorley said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise. Get it? 1 on page 3. No, I don't get it. Oh, exorcise, like exorcise the demons. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I'm so worried. Is Draco going to die? Well, she gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. Is that anything like a crystal ball that you look in? I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said, I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Of course you do. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather face set, black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. Okay, you can go now. See ya, cunt, said Professor Sinister. Sure, why not? Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We followed Draco together, and I was so exhibited. Chapter 25. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? If you do not, then I'll tell Justin to bet you up, 111, and I'll tell Alan Inroads to put virtues in your computer, 1111. Fuck you, one Raven Fangs for the help. Yeah, they're gonna put nerds in your virtues computer. I'm guessing viruses. I was so excited. I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. We went outside, and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelry say? Whispered. Oh, Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trevelry say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. Wait, that actually might be how you spell polish. It could be either way. Yeah, that's how you spell polish. Polish and Polish. Context. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. I grumbled in a sexy voice. What? I guess because she's horny. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it and gave it to me to spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MCR. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it. So he took out some wine and spiked it, but he gave it... What? I don't know what that sentence is trying to say. And all the things that you never ever told me, and all the smiles that are ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently, tearing off each other's clothes violently, I'm guessing. He took of my black thong and my black leather bra probably. I took of his black boxers, and then he put his trobbing you-know-what in my tool, sexily. I have never heard a woman in my entire life refer to her vagina as a tool. It's usually the other way around, but okay, sure. OMFG, Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. We stated Frenching passively. The passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. I started, oh no, not the you-know-what, exactly. I fell asleep. I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. No, please don't fucking kill us, they pleaded. But he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. No, oh my fucking God, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. I started to cry and tears of blood went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Linkin Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people were shot in the dream were Lucian and Sirius. Dun dun dun. This is really hard to follow. All right, ads are about to happen, so I'm going to take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Man. We're getting there.
All right, and we're back.
We're back. Oh, ads are still going for a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well. Sorry, you missed a minute, I guess.
Guess I'll sit here awkwardly for a minute.
You can hit the BRB button again, then, if you want. Or you can read comments. I wasn't clicking on them. If you see that 7,870 in the top right, I think that's comments.
Oh, Jesus.
Right click it and open in a new tab.
Now, let's see what's going on here. I'm sorry for having eyes. Love the works. Fangs for the story. Oh, wowza. Not the Terror and Raven drama, okay. Something that makes me laugh is that this fanfic is a few years older than me, and I actually had to stop reading a few times because I kept getting headaches. Can't imagine this ever leaving my brain now. I'm scarred, but like the fact that I got to experience this piece of high quality literature from before my time, don't think I've ever questioned my life choices so much over one fan fiction. I pray for all of you who also chose and were possibly forced to endure it. A 15-year-old with terrible decision-making skills.
There you go. All right, now the ads are over.
All right. Okay, so we're at the top of chapter 26.
Yep.
Shit, to 30? Holy cow.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them aren't that long. Like, see, I can already see chapter 27.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We got overly exaggerated
I'm sorry.
Severus Snape. Author's notes. Perhaps stop flaming SDA story, okay? If you do not like the story, then go fuck yourselves. Or fucking prep. You suck. Oh, why? And I wasn't being racist, okay? Leech. I like that. I like that little icon. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Charlotte t-shirt.
Good old Charlotte.
Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily. As I started to sob, Draco hugged me sexily and trying to confront me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. Oh, you spelled Dumbledore's name correctly for once.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white face. Enoby had a vision in a dream. Dumbledore. Dumbledore started to cockle. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional?
Delusional, maybe? But yeah, divisional. That's great.
I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker, he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. C is the tutor cracker.
It's hard not to sound Swedish or some shit when you read that. Or German or whatever accent that is.
A cracker. What the fuck? You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some fucking people out of there to look for Sirius and Lucian. Pronto. Okay, he said in an intimated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon, I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff.
Did some stuff. Cool.
I've seen some things, man, and some stuff. Wouldn't recommend it. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I left our rooms together. What? I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists. We looked at each other's gothic We looked at each other's gothic, derperest eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you.
Sometimes they have names. Most of the time they don't. This one does.
Author's notes. You know what? I don't give a fuck what you perhaps think about me. So stop the flaming, the fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven for your love and support and help. I love you, girl. Says I couldn't update. LOL. I was really depressed and I slipped my wrists. I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you okay, girl?
Gotta slip my wrist.
Going on.
I'm back. It's something I do monthly. Or weekly, daily.
Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco and Lucian, Sirius Bond vampire, all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Inobi, said Professor Sinatra.
Sinatra. Oh! I don't know why. It's feel like they're
Fuck. She was wearing a gothic black leader dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, and a fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you, the fucking perdition. What?
I don't know.
I looked at Lucian, Seraph, and Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room.
I am happily smelling.
I had changed. Professor Sinister took out some black cards.
You're gonna take a break to hold on to some brain cells?
She took out a time toner like Bloody Mary had when Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he became powerful. He got his hearth broken. Now, do you think we could still become Voldemort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he was still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did death's touch sin. Okay. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary.
Boldy Mary. She's bold now.
I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. And they were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously, trying to be gothic, wearing the hymn sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of him. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik had set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility cloak with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together. I need to step away from that.
Three more chapters left. 3 more chapters or 3 more pages? I don't know. All right, where are we at? Oh yeah, you just put on your invisibility coke. Author's note. I said stop glyphloming the story. It was the mascot when Professor DroLLBuLLeT said, okay, one, go to fucking hell. You suck. Thanks to Philly for the help. I won a Raven. Have fun with Kiwi. Got it. Totally got it. Okay. We went into a black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There, like velvet, maybe? There were 3 chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it, fishnet suckings, and a black leather thong underneath. Nice. Of course you were. I sat down one of the chairs dispersedly. I have no idea what you're going there. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his albastered hand on mine. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also pot his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Volksamort. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Abobi, he said finally. But what about me? You're not going to break up or anything, are you? Oh, of course not, I gasped. No, exactly. Gasped. Really, he asked. Sure, I said. We Frenched sexily, of course. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took of his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo that said Enemy on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took of my clothes, then we were in for the rid of our lift. We started fretching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock in my you-know-what, and passively we did it.
You do it passively.
Yeah, I mean, you put it in there, and then somebody else jumps next to you, and that's passive. I love you, Ebba. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm. He watched Vampire filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, how do you film something perfectly? And how do you know if they filmed it perfectly without watching it back? Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Chapter 29. Sots to fuck up. You're just jealous because you're prepped, so fuck you. Avanook, rock girl fangs for help. She says like the same thing every time. Every other time, it's like, I slipped my wrist, I'm back. All right. Oh, my Satan. We screamed as we jammed out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoonaggle. McGoonaggle? That's, okay. They actually spelled it right the first time. I was like surprised it said McGonagall or whatever. Started to shoot at us angrily. Come now, Preacher McGonagall yielded. We did guiltily. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. I'm guessing camera. Hey, what the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you going to do with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longly with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumble whore. Look, Dumble whore knows your little secret, and if you do this again, you will go to St. Mango's, so give back the camera. Oh, shit. Oh, God.
Let's go to St. Mango's.
Let's go to St. Mango's. Oh, my goodness. I accidentally scrolled a lot. Where was I?
The last thing is St. Mango's.
And where did St. Mango's go? Oh, my goodness. There it is, right there. Okay. So give back to camera. Ha 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 ha. The mystery of magic thinks he is crazy. There is no way Day will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Yeah, so shut your mumpuff, you innocent fools, yells Professor McGoggle. Her name changes every time. I still like Dumbledore. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he's a sex-born lol Tom. Fell not rules for lift, but not as much as Gerard, your sex on legs. I love you. Folk-ing, rock, marry me. That's an author's note. Oh, my God. I started to cry, tears of blood. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said so. Okay, so fuck you. Vampire took out Black Honker Chief and started to wipe my red eyes. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. Guns using magic? Okay. This is actually starting to pick up. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got on each other yet. I took out my wand. Crocio, I shouted. Snap stated to scram. He dropped a gun, but it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped to curse. Professor McGoggle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now.
Professor McGoogle.
Is it McGoogle?
Yeah.
Oh, Professor McGoogle. I'm going to go now. She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. It's okay, Ennaby, said Draco. Evergreen will be all right. Who's Evergreen? Remember the video you took of Snake? Oh, yeah, the video. Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. Chapter 30. That's how it ends. Author's note. Stop flaming the story, okay? You do not know what's even going to happen, okay? So fool you. If you flam, you will be a prep, so all flammers can kiss my ass. Saws for saying Alzheimer's is dangerous, but that's the mystery's opinion, because society basically sucks. Fangs to Raven, you rock beach. Continuing. No, he screamed sadly. Snap stated, loafing meanly. He took out a camera anvil. Then he came towards Darko. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and lit a candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. He pulled down his pants. Like he took a survey and was like, what do you think? I guessed. There was a dork mark on his you-know-what. He waved his wand. Is that what the kids are calling it these days? And knife came. He gave the knife to me. You must stab Brompire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. Well, that's a lot better than the alternative. If you want to rap at my boyfriend, that's fine. All right. No, you fucking bastard, I yielded. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic red eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. LOL, get it? Because I'm a Satanist. Between Kurt Cobain and Gerard.
Jesus.
But then I looked at Vampire, and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought of the time when we screwed, and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came, and the time where Draco almost committed suicide, and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voxelmort. He started to do an incapacitation dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes, and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic... Sure, you can... Oh, wait. Telepathetic. I was like, sure, you can spell telepathic. No, she didn't. A telepathetic message to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape.
Somehow in the conscience of the story that makes sense.
Yeah. Dumbledore will get you, Draco shooted. Yeah, just wait up till the mystery find out, Vampire yelled. Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous donderhead, Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes, just as he was about to rape him. Oh, it's not rap. Oh, okay. Crocio, I shited, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. Yeah, nope. I stopped doing Crucio. You dunderhead. I'm going to kill, shooted Snake, but suddenly Cerberus came. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something. He lied. But suddenly, Lucien and Professor Trevelry came into the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put them around Snap. Then Professor Trevelry said, "Come on, Ebony, let's go." Chapter 31. Author's note. I said shut the fuck up, you queefs. Stop killing Ebony and Mary Sue, okay? You not even what's going to happen. Okay, so fuck you. Thanks to my BFF Raven for the help. Cool. She sounded a little Jamaican in that one. I always knew you were on Voldemort's side, you son of a bitka. Buffy rocks. Seriously, he said to Snape. No, I'm not. I was teaching them something, Snap claimed. Oh, fucking yeah? I took some black Voldemort serum out of my pocket and gave it to Cerberus. He made Snap drink it. He did angrily. Then just took out a tape recorder and started playing it while he did curses on Snap. Then Professor Sinister and Lucian made us get out with them while Snape told his secrets. Lucian took Vampire and Draco to the nurse after thanking me 1,000,000 times. Professor Trevelry took me to a dark room. Now I was going to go back in time to seduce Volxamort. Moving posters of MCR and Nirvana were all over. Yeah, it's not spelled Nirvana. It's spelled Nirvana. We're all over. Hermione, Darkness, and Willow came too. Bloody Mary gave me a black bag from Tom Ridd's store. What's in the bag? I asked Professor Trevelry. Oh, you will see, she said. I opened the bag, and it was a sexy, tight, low-smut black leather gothic dress, so like every other thing she wears. It had red corset stuff, and there was a slit up the leg. I put it on. My friends helped me put on black fishnets and black pointy boots Willow had chosen. Yeah, because that's what friends do. Willow and Darkness helped me put on black eyeliner and blood red lipstick. You look fucking kawaii, bitch, Bloody Mary said. Fangs, I said. Okay, now you're going to go back in Tim, said Professor Sinister. You'll have to do it in a few sessions. She gave me a black gun. I put it in a strap on my fishnets like in Red as Net Evil.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Hey there, Roxy2083. Everyone went in front of it. Good luck. Warning, you're going to lose blood. You're going to lose brain cells listening to this. All right, good luck. Everyone shooted. Darkess and Willow gave me Death's Touch Sin. Then I jumped sexily into defensive. What? Suddenly, I was in front of to school. In front of me was one of the sexiest goth guys I had ever seen. He was wearing long black hair, kind of like Mikey Way, only black. He had green eyes like Billy Joe Armstrong and pale wit skin. He was wearing a black ripped up suit with Vans. It was Tom Bodilly. Whatever. Heard fishnets and guns. You're already lost. I've been lost, and I've been reading it for 31 chapters. Okay. Chapter 32, author's note. It says to Fleming, I know his name isn't Tom Bodle. That was a mistake. If you did not like the story, then you can go screw yourself. You suck. I really hope this person was being ironic when they wrote this originally. All right. Hi, I said flirtily. I'm Anobi Wade, a new student. I shock my pale hands with their black nail polish with him. I keep wanting to say Polish, and that's spelled correctly. That is how you spell polish. Finish the first volume of your superhero series. Nice. Congrats. The name's Tom, he said, but you can call me Satan. That's my middle name. We shook hands. Well, come on in. We have to go upstairs, Satan said. I followed him. Hey, Satan, do you happen to be a fan of Grendel? Since MCR and Evanescence don't exist yet, Den, I asked. She's thinking about the time travel. Clever girl. Oh, my fucking God. How did you know? Satan gasped. I like GC a lot too. Get it? Because GC did that song, I Just Want to Live. That's sounded really 80s. OMG, me too, I replied happily. Guess what? They have a concert in Hogsmeade, Satan whispered. Hogsmeade, I asked. Yeah, that's what they used to call it in these time before it became Hogsmeade in 2000. He told me all secretively. Wait, how does he know what happens in the future? And there's a really cool shop called Hot Topic, I finished, happy again. He frowned confusedly. No, it's called Hot Isho. He smiled secretively again. Then in 1998, they changed it to Hot Topic, he moaned. Oh, Now everything was making sense for me. So is Dumbledore your principal? I shouted. Uh-huh. He looked at his black nails. I'm in Slytherin. OMFG, shame too, I shrieked. You go to this skull? Get it? Because I'm gothic? Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm new. I smelled happy. I'm guessing that's supposed to be smile again. Suddenly, Dumbledore flew in on his broomstick and started shredding at us angrily. No talking in the halls. He had short blonde hair and was wearing a polo shirt from American Ogle Outfitters. Stupid goths. Satan rolled his eyes. He's so mean to us goths and punks just because we're in Slytherin and we're not preps. I turned around angrily. Actually, I think maybe it's because you're Debark Lord. Yeah, Satan and Dumbledore. What the fuck? He asked angrily. Oh, nothing, I said sweetly. Then suddenly, the floor opened. OMFG, no, I screamed as I fell down. Everyone looked at me weirdly. Hey, where are you going? Satan asked as I fell. Yeah, like just casually falling in a hole. I got out of the hole and it was back in the pensive and Professor Trevelry's classroom. Dumbledum was dear. Dumbledore, I think I just met you, I said. Oh yeah, I remember that, Dumbledore said, trying to be all gothic. Sinister came in. Hey, this is my classroom. Wait, what the fuck, Ebony? What the hell are you doing? I looked at her. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What the hell, how? I screamed, forgetting she was a teacher for a second, but she's a goth, so it's okay. Professor Sinister looked sad. I was drinking Voldemort serum. She started to cry. Black tears of depression. Dumbledum didn't know about them. Hey, are you crying tears of blood? He asked curiously, touching a tear. Fuck off, we both said, and Dumbledum took his hand away. Professor Sinister started crying again in her chair, sobbing limpid tears. OMFG, Enemy, I think I'm addicted to Voldemort serum. Author's note. See, you fucking preps, go fuck yourself. That's serious issues. He got out. These author notes. Chapter 33. Author note. I said shut up. It's nothing for... Okay, if you don't like the story, then you're prep, so fuck you flammers. P.S. I'm not updating until you give me Fiv God reviews. And this time, minute. You suck. Fangs, Raven for the help. I promise to help you with your story. Lols. This reminds me of like that WoW, like where he's like, oh my god, oh if you do, like where they just reading this. Oh my fucking god, I shooted sadly. Should we get you to St. Mango's, bitch? Oh, not St. Mango's this time? Hell no, she said, Lizen Agagi. I need your help. Wait, what? Lizen Agagi? What? Next Tim, you go back and Tim. Do you think you could ask Tom Anderson for some help? Sure, I said sadly. I went outside the door. Draco was there. He was wearing a big black GC t-shirt, not shirt, which was his Panamas, not pajamas. Hey, sexy, I said. How'd it go, Enemy? He asked, and his voice was so sexy and low, kind of like Gerard Way when he's talking. Fine, I responded. We stared to go back into the dorm. How far did you go with Satan? Draco asked jealously. Not too far, LOL, I borked. Will you have to do it with him? Draco asked angstly. I hop not too far, I shouted angrily. Then I felt bad for shooting at him. It's shouting. I said sorry, and we Frenched. Naturally. What happened to Snipe? I growled. You will see, Draco giggled mistressly. He opened the door. Snap and Lumpkin was there. Sirius was pokering them by staging them with a black knife. Okay. He's there stabbing them, I'm guessing. No, please, Lumpkin bagged as Sirius started to suck his blood. I laughed statistically. You know, statistically, you are likely to laugh. I talked some photons of him and Snap Bing made a thing. Look at that. Torqued. Okay, I know this is men, but think about it, people. They are pedos and Snap tried to wrap them in new a saddest rock. Has anyone seen Shrek at 3? Lols. Shrek Attack? Oh, like Shark Attack? I don't know. We took some of Snipe's blood. Then Draco and I went back to our rooms. We sat on my gothic black coffin. Of course you did. My clothes were kind of dirty, so I put on a black leather outfit, fingy, kind of like the one Swelleen has in Underworld. Okay. Underworld was like 2001, so this is at least after 2000. If you haven't heard of it, then fuck you. I put on some black platform high heels, naturally, because you're trying to get comfortable. Darko put on Dissolution Livers by MCR. Then we started to take of each other's clothes. God, it's so hard to read this. I talk off his shit, and he had a 6-pack, lols. Didn't we already know that? We started to mac out, lick into grudge. Make out like in the grudge. I don't remember the grudge having a make out session. He pot his wetness in my you know what sexily. I gut an orgy. You go, girl. Good job. Good job with your gutting an orgy. Oh, Draco. Oh, me fucking good, Draco. I screamed passively as he got an erection. I love you, Tabury. That is the biggest misspell of her name so far. He whispered sexily, and then we fell asp bleep. Lol. Chapter 34. Jesus. Author's note. Shut the fuck up, preps. Have you even read the story? Are you probably all just preps and posers? Fuck you. Thanks to Raven for the help. I woke up in the coffin the next day. Draco was gone. I got up and put on black tight sexadrus that was all ripped at the end. There was red corset stuff going up the front and the back, and it came up to my knees. There was a slit in the dress, like in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I put on ripped black fishnets and black Stilton boots or boats. Suddenly, Sorius cocked on the door. I opened it. Hi, Ebony, he said. Guess what? You have to come to Professor Sinister's office. Okay, I said in a depressed voice. I had wanted to fuck Draco, or maybe lessen the MCR or Evanescence. I came anyway. Well, yeah, naturally. I mean, who doesn't want to fuck Draco or listen to music instead of going? So what the fuck happened to Snipe and Lupin? I asked Sorius flirtily. I fucking tortured them, he answered in a statistic way. They are in Abhag. How do you... Abkhazian now, LOL. I laughed evilly. Why are you laughing? Where are Draco and Vampira? I muttered. They are excused from school today. Sodomized moaned sexily. That's wow. Right now they are watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh yeah, sure, naturally. We went into the office. Professor Sinister was there. She was wearing a gothic black dress that was all ripped all over it, kind of like the one Amy Lee wears in this pic. HTTP blah blah blah. She was drinking some Volksamort serum. She took out the pensive and the time torner. Ennaby, you will have to do another session now. Also, I need you to get me the cure for being addicted, she said sadly. Good luck, Fangs. She said sadly. And then I jumped into the pensive again. Suddenly, I looked around. I was in the Great Hall eating Count Chorkula. It was morning. I was sitting next to Satan. On a table was a tall, gothic man with long black hair, pale skin, and blue eyes, wearing a suit and black Converse shoes. He looked just like Charlene Manson. I noticed he was drinking a portent. Who's he? I asked. Oh, that's Professor Slutborn. What? Satan said. He's the Porrance teacher. Ebony? Yeah, I asked. Did you know that Marilyn Manson is playing in Hogsmeade tonight, and they are showing The Exorcise at the movies before that? Yeah. Well, want to go to the contort and the movie with me? Okay. Chapter 35. Ghost of You. Author's note. Fangs. To Susie for the idea. You rock. Fuck off, prebs. Thanks to Raven for the help. You rock, girl. P.S. I'm going to end Destroy really soon. So fuck you. Oh, yeah. And if you know any gothic nams, Please tell me, because I need one for serious. Thanks. All right, then. I went into the conman room, thinking of Satan. Suddenly, I gasped. Draco was there. I grasped. He locked as hot as ever, wearing black leather pants. Is this the dad? Probably. A black Lonkin Proc t-shirt and black eyeliner. Draco, what the fuck are you dong? I gasped. Huh? He asked. Then I remembered. It wasn't Draco. It was Lucan. He still had 2 arms. Oh, hi, Lucian, I said. I'm Ebony, the new student, lol. We shook hands. Yeah, Satan told me about you, Lucian said. He pointed to a group of sexy gothic guys. They were sitting in a corner cutting. It was serious. Vampire's dad and Snap. All of them were wearing black eyeliner and black good Shralut band shirts. Listen, I'm in a goth band with those guys, he said. We're playing tonight at the Marilyn Manson show as backup. Orly, I asked. Is that like really? Yeah, he said. We're called X back X to X. Hi,
Leech said to do this. I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna
I played the gutter. Spartacus plays the drums, he said, pointing to him. Snap plays the boss, and James plays the guitar. To even foe, we call him Samaro after Samara and the Ring. Oh, really? Yes. Hey, bastards. I told them they gave me Death's Touch Sin. Suddenly, I gasped again. But don't you have a lead singer? I asked. Lucian looked down sadly. We used to, but she did. I'm guessing she died. She contempted suicide by silting her wrists. Yeah, I hate it when you silt your wrists. Oh my fucking god. That's so fucking sad, I gasped. It's okay, but we need a new lead snigger, Samaro said. Well, I said, I'm in a banad myself. Really? Asked Snap. I couldn't believe it. He used to be gothic. Yeah, we're called Bloody Gothic Row 666. Do you want to HR me sing? I mean, I was supposed to be here, but... Yeah, said everyone. So the guys talk out their guitars. They began to play a song by, get it, because by guys are so sexa, Garn Day. I woke this impt stret on the boulevard of broken tramps. I sang sexily. I did not own the lyrics to that song. No kidding. Everyone gasped. Is the spelling that bad? It really is. If you're on audio only, I'm doing my best to read it as badly as it's spelled. Here, I'll make it bigger. Inopbi, will you join the band, please? Begged Lucien, Samoro, Sirius, and Snap. Okay, I shrugged. Are we gong to play tonight? Yeah, they said. Okay, I said, but I knew that I had to get a new outfit. Is your new outfit going to be like black leather lace with blood roses? I walked outside wondering how I could go forward in time. Suddenly, someone jumped in front of me. It was Morty McFly. Or McFly, I don't know how you say that. He was wearing a black banad t-shirt and black boogie jeans. What the hell are you dong here? I asked. I will help you go Frowad and Tim, Ennaby, he said seriously. Then he took out a black Tim machine. I went into it and suddenly I was Ford and Tim. Oh, Miss J's back for more. Did you get your brain cells back? Chapter 12, update. 5 years later. Is it getting any better? I couldn't tell you. Maybe. This looks like it's the end. So there's like 2 more chapters. What are the other chapters? Hi, everyone. There seems to be some confusion. I just logged into my account for the first time in about 5 years, and I realized I'm still getting reviews and PMs regarding this fic. I am not the author of My Immortal, and I never intended for it to seem that way. If you look at the first chapter called Intro, I wrote in my preface that obviously I did not write this. My Immortal was well known on the internet as the worst fan fiction ever written. There was much speculation as to whether it was written legitimately or for trolling, the author being the mysterious, likely fake Tara Gillespie. I reposted the story because there wasn't a good version on this site at the time, so I will repeat this once again. I did not write My Immortal. Thanks, have a great day. One last thing, I just saw a PM with someone letting me know there were a significant number of death threats in the comments. I'm glad I didn't see those when I was 13. Please don't sow that. I'm guessing do that. Even to people who are actually bad authors. Yeah. So what is the last 2 pages then? Here are the final chapters of My Immortal. Again, I did not write this. I haven't bothered to format anything this time. Looking back now that I'm older, I'm quite sure this is fake and Tara was a troll. Man, we hope so. We really do. Ooh, this one's long. Well, it only seems long because I made it big, but still. All right, author's note. I said stop flaming, okay? I bet you're all probably old, 70 years old. Your PS Porter says you're a prep. Oh yeah, and fangs to Raven for the help. Have fun in England, girl. XXX. All right. I loked around in a depressed way. Suddenly I saw Professor Sinister, Bloody Mary, Socrates, and Draco. Vampire and Willow were there too. OMFG, Sorius. I saw you and Samaro and Snip into everyone. I can't believe Snap oozed to be gothic. Yeah, I know, Sirius said sadly. Oh, hey there, bitch, Professor Trevelly said in an emo voice, drinking some Volksamortis serum. Hi, Fooker, I said, listen. Satan asked me out to a gothic cornet and a movie. Is that anything like a gothic concert? So I need a sexy new outfit for the date. Also, I'm playing in a gothic band, so I need an outfit for that too. Oh my Satan. Get it? Because she's gothic. Gasped Bloody Mary. Want to go to Hot Topic to shop for your outfit? OMFS. Let's have a group cutting session. Are they going to all cut their wrists together? Because I don't think I can handle that. I think they are, though. Said Professor Trevelry. I can't fucking wait for that, but we need to get some stuff first, said Willow. Yeah, we need some portions for Professor Trevelry so she won't be addicted to Voxelmortis serum anymore. And also some love potion for Ennaby. Darko said resultantly. Yes, that's a word. Sure. If you want results, you do it resultantly, obviously. Well, we have potions class now, Willow said, so let's go. We went sexily to potions class, but Snap wasn't there. Instead, there was Cornelio Fuck. Hey, where the fuck is Dumbledore? Draco shouted angrily. Stufu, shouted Cornelia Fuck. He is in Azkaban now with Snip and Lupin. He is old and weak like the days, not like the power. He has cancer with a K. Now do your work. My friends and I talked angrily. Can you believe Snap used to be gothic? Vampire asked surprisedly. That's it. Cornelio Fuck shooted angrily. I'm getting Professor Bridge. He stomped out angrily. Me friends and I, what are we, pirates? Me friends and I began talking again. Did you spell that right? Oh, you did. Talking again. I began to drink some blood mixed with beer. Suddenly, I saw Hargood in the cupboard. WTF is he doing? I asked. Then I looked at Draco. He was wearing tons of eyeliner, and he looked sexier than ever. Suddenly, Hargriff, what the fuck are you doing? He shouted. Not once. I don't think his shout had been spelled correctly. I looked around. Hargrid was putting something in my glass of blood. Darko and Vampire started to beat him up sexily. Yeah. How do you beat somebody up sexily? God, you're such a poser, I shooted at Hargrid. Suddenly, I looked at what he was putting into blood. It was amnesia portion. Chapter 37. Author's note. Okay, everybody, I'm going on vacation on the 1st of July, so I'm either gonna Fick or update in weeks. Fangs, oh yeah, and prep, stop flaming's the story. Raven, thanks for the help. See you girl after vacation. Yeah, no idea. Darko's Pont of View, LOL. Vampire and I chained Hargrid to the floor. Oh me fucking Satan, Anobi said. She was so hot. Maybe I could ooze amnesia potion to make Satan fall in love with me faster. But you are so sexy and wonderful anyway, Tata, said Vampire. Why would you need it? To make everything go faster, LOL, said Enoby. But you won't have to do it with him or anything, will you? I asked jealously. OMFG, you guys are so scary, said Brittany, a fucking prep. Shut the fuck up, said Willow. Okay, well anyway, let's go to Professor Trevelry's room. Draco, Ebery, and I went to Professor Senator's room. Senators? Cineatures. Nothing like some amnesia potion to make people fall in love with you. Exactly. I've forgotten everything on the planet. I must love you. But Professor Sinister wasn't there. Instead, Tom Ridd was. Oh, hi, fuckers, he said. Listen, I got you some cool new clothes. I took out the clothes from the bag. It was a gothic black leather miniskirt that said 666 on the back. Black Stilton boots, blood red fishnets, and a black corset, of course. OMG, Fangs, I said, hugging him in a gothic way. I took the clothes in the bag. Okay, Professor Sinister, isn't HR, so what the fuck should we do? Asked Draco. Suddenly, he looked at a sign on the black wall. Oh, my fucking Satan, I screamed as I read it. On it said, everyone, Professor Sinister is away. She is too gothic. She is Azkaban now. Classes shall be taught by Dumbledore, who is back, but he shall not be principal for now. Sincerely, Professor Rumbridge. Sure. Thanks for clearing that up. OMFG, I shouted angrily. How could they do that? Suddenly, Dumbledore came. What the hell are you doing in my office? I fucking how do you say that? He began to shoot angrily. Suddenly, I saw Morty McFly's black Tim machine. Wait, what is the dude from Back to the Future doing in here? I jumped seductively into it, leaving Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, I was back in Tim. I looked around. It was Professor Slutborn's Ephes. What? I sneaked around. Suddenly, I saw the amnesia potion on his desk. It was black with blood red pentagrams in it. It was the shape of a cross. I put it in my pocket. Suddenly, the door opened. It was Professor Slutgorn. OMG, what are you doing, Fooker? He shouted angrily. I don't know what the fuck are you doing? I shouted angrily. Oh, sorry, I was just looking around because I thought it was class. You said finally, hoping he couldn't see the potion in your pocket. Oh, okay. You can go now, said Professor Slutborn. That makes perfect sense. You're fine. You can go. You went to the conmen room. I hate it when I go into a room full of conmen. After putting on my clothes, Silas, Samaro, and Snap were there practicing Vampires Will Never Hurt You by MCR. Oh, hi, you guys, I said seductively. Where's Satan? Oh, he's coming, said Sirius. By the way, you can call me Hades now. Suddenly, Satan came. He was wearing a smexy black leather Jackson, black Congress shoes, a Slipknot t-shirt, and a black tie. Okay, I will see you guys at the concert, I said. And then I went with Satan. Of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Chapter 38. Author's note. What does everyone think if I end Destroy and then I add some more to it after Vocation? Oh, yeah. And it's prep stuff flaming. If you don't like the story, then take my quiz, okay? Then you will see if you're gothic or not. Another concert. All the concerts. What is this? Why are there 4 6s in the middle? That's not gothic. That's not gothic at all. Satan and I walked to his car. It was a black car with pentagrams all over it. On the license plate said 666. Shocker. Just like Draco's car. I went in it seductively. So she's all like, Stan started to drive it. Is his name Stan now? We talked about Stanism. No, Satanism. Lols. He was named after Satan. Yeah, it should only be the 3 6s exactly earlier. Cutting music and being gothic. Oh my Satan, Gerard is so fucking hot. Volksamort agreed as we smoked some weed. Cause bi guys are hot. They are so sensitive. I loved him. LOL. Goes fucks a bi guy. Okay. Whew. LOL. I totally decided not to commit suicide when I heard Helena. I said in a flirty voice, "Hey Satan, do you know the cure for when people are addicted to Volksamortium?" Well, he thought, I think you have to drink vampire blood. Suddenly, Volksamort parked the car behind a black movie theater. Satan and I walked outside. We went into the movie Tether, where they were showing The Exorcist. In it, a boy and a girl were doing it. Suddenly, a serial killer, man, he's going to murder some Captain Crunch, came. Satan and I laughed at the blood because we're sadists. While Satan was watching the movie, I had an idea. I took Satan's gothic black Nightmare Before Christmas cigar sexily from his pocket and put some amnesia potion in it. I put it back in his Black Emil the Strange bag. Satan turned around and started to smoke it. Black clouds with red pentagrams in them started to fly around everywhere. OMG, Satan said, jumping up. I gasped because I was afraid he'd noticed. Enemy, guess what? I knew that the amnesia had worked. Amnesia potion has not been invented yet, so it will not work, he said. Too bad, because I wanted to use some on you. How does he know so much stuff? Oh, is it a cigar or a euphemism? No, I'm pretty sure it's legitimately cigar. Whenever they want to talk about male genitalia, they just say, you know what, or his thingy. At least that's what they've been doing. Yeah, he knows because he's Satan. Cole, I raised my eyes suggestingly, and then he took of my clothes sexily, and we started to make out. I talk off his shit. He had 6-pack, just to lick Gerard way. We Frenched. Everybody's got a 6-pack. We all French. Feel like we've heard this before. Excuse me, but you are going to have to leave, shooted the lady behind us. She was a prep. Fuck you, I said. Suddenly, I attacked her, soaking her all her blood. No, she screamed. All the preps in the theater screamed, but everyone else crapped because Satan and I locked so cute together. OMG, guys, we were so adorable murdering those people. That was me, not them. Okay, Satan and I started to walk outside. Yeah, it feels like we've heard this before. Oh my God, how did you do that? Voldemort asked in a turned-on voice. I'm a vampire, I said as we went into the car. Seriously, he gasped. Yeah, seriously, like the XM satellite station. I said, drinking some beer. Satan started to drive the car. I smelled happily. It's probably supposed to be smiled. Wait, I don't think she said smiled correctly either. I should have gotten here earlier so I could listen to them do more things sexily. Yeah, they do the same thing over and over and over. It's too bad we didn't get to see the rest of the movie, don't you think? Yeah, I said as we kissed Keist passively. Nothing like making out passively. Satan parked in a black driveway next to the place where Draco and I had watched GC for the first time. We went inside where Marilyn Mason, sorry, this is not Manson, where Marilyn Mason was playing and started to mosh, LOL. Anti-people, now you've gone too far. Jesus Christ Superstar, screamed Marlon on the stage. We did the devil fingers. I started to dance really close to Satan. He was so schmexy. He looked at me all emo with his gothic red eyes, and he looked exactly like Mikey Way. I almost got an orgasm. Suddenly, Marilyn Mason stopped singing. I would like the peasant... X-Black X Tier X, he said. I ran on stage. Lucian, Samaro, Snap, and Hades were there. They started to play their instruments. I got on Stag. Okay. Well, if you wanted honesty, that's all you had to say, I sang. I did not own the lyrics to that song. Author's note. My voice sounded like a pentagram between Amy Lee and a girl version of Gerard Way. Everyone clapped. Satan got an eructation. I'm not okay, I sang finally. Suddenly, Lucien started playing the song wrong by mistake. OMFG, yielded James. What the fuck? Whoops, I'm sorry, said Lucien. You fucking asshole, James shouted angrily. You guys are such preps, Snap said. Come on, it was a mistake. Yeah, it's not his fault, said Sirius. No, he ruined the fucking song, yelled Samaro. You guys stop, I chatoed angrily. But it was too late. They all began to fight. Did they do it sexily? Suddenly, Samaro took out his niff. OMFG, no, shouted Lucien. But it was too late. James tried to shoot off his arm. And then I jumped sexily in front of DroLLBuLLeT. He jumped sexily. What the fuck? No, yielded everyone. But it was too late. Suddenly, everything went black. Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius. Lols. Disclaimer, I do not own the HP series, and I am not the real XXX Blood Wrist 666XXX. Alright, before we get into this shocking revelation, ads are about to happen. So, be right back in a few minutes. But it looks like they're gonna start using proper Englishes and stuff. Even you're starting to spell incorrectly. I thought he took out a knife. He did take out a knife. It was a niff. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. That clip was hilarious. Which clip was it? All right. I think we're near the end. Chapter 39. I am a trolling genius. Lols. Okay, author's note. I am an extremely immature, pathetic idiot girl. I know. Out of boredom, I cracked this girl's passy for fun, and it took less than 8 minutes to do it, too. And will probably get in a shitload of trouble, which I probably deserve because I'm being a troll right now. Meh. And I present to you my crappy part in this story. And take note, I haven't even finished reading this fic yet, but instead, skip over to skim chapter 38. Flame, laugh, do whatever you want. Preps. So is this going to be like... This looks like real writing now. We'll see. I, the American retail wearing British vampire Sue, coughed up blood. Is this a different story? There's a guy with a mask on and thought he was going to die, but then the game disconnected and you started cussing a lot. Oh, yeah. That game was so riddled with bugs. Me and Pop were trying to play that game. It's so bad. So bad. I think the full playthrough is actually on YouTube. The wiki said that someone hacked her computer and then posted drafts. So we might be done then. Gotcha. So this is Bloody Mary Smith. Yeah, I think that's it. This is something different. Wait, what is this? Hold on. This is unlogical and does not make any sense. Ebony bellowed out into the air. In clap, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what is this? So what proceeds with that? See, that kind of sounds like it. This kind of sounds like the bad writing again, but I don't know. Oh, here's chapter 40. Someone has taken my account over. The idiot's note. Well, this was in the dock area. Might as well let the whole world see what the real Terra wanted to show us. Have a nice day. So is this the end? Stufu Preps, get left. You suck. Oh, and from now on, I'll be on vacation in England until like August, so I won't be able to update for a while. Lost thanks to everyone. Overview, expect the press to flame, etc. I don't know. I don't know what to do now. It was so coherent. So chapter 39 and 40, the hacker chapter, and the actual chapter Tara was intending to publish in November 2006, and the final chapters, which were posted around July 5th, 2007. Despite Tara indicated she wanted to add at least one more chapter, she never updated the fic afterwards. Okay, so then that's probably it. Okay. Well then. There's a lot of stuff in here. What is the next thing? Here we go. I hope you all enjoyed that. I logged back into this account to laugh at my old fan fiction with my friends. Mainly Never Ending Night, the stupid Twilight fic I wrote when I was 11, and saw that you were all still viewing this and commenting on it so many years later. That's pretty amazing. GG, everybody. We did it. I wasn't here very long. Okay, we're starting over. Here we go. You ready? No. Not doing that. Oh, my goodness. What are the dates on these? Like, it doesn't say. Oh, here you go. 2024. So this must be for this year? I am sorry for having eyes. You're going to scream. I have an account. I've read worse fan fictions, like that one with Claude Frollo and time travel, but at least my Immortal is quite funny and not racist like the other one. I'm in 95% sure the original was written as a joke. The first chapter was done seriously, and then the authors are just joking. I looked for a proper cringe troll fanfic since a long time now, and Mother delivered. I love this. Me gusta. The grammar is positively atrocious. God have mercy on my soul. What the actual F? Yeah, there's a lot of pages. When did they start commenting? 2011? Wow. That's a lot. All right, well, there we go. We made it through. You can thank Leech for bringing this to my attention. I'm going to hop off, and I'll be back tomorrow night. Monster Hunter Wilds releases at 11 p.m. Central. And unless the game is completely broken on launch, I plan on creating my character and at least getting through like the beginning and some other stuff. Yeah, go read a dictionary to reset your brain. Exactly. I have to remember how to like correctly pronounce words and how to spell again, because seriously, I don't think they said shouted correctly once. It was shooted. They shooted at me angrily, but not shouted. Never shouted. Anyway, have a good one, everybody. Bye.